consolation is everybody is like this. Now, now that you're done. All right, guys, what is up? I haven't uploaded the day 4 or day 5 or anything of my last semen retention video, but let's get right into it. So today is day 5 of SR, and I want to talk about just some benefits and some things you should know about semen retention and why you're getting into it, just things like that, so you guys would know what's going on. So basically, I found out about SR at least about maybe a year ago, and the longest streak I've ever been on SR has been at least 25 days. That's the longest streak, unfortunately, because I found out about this so late. And me myself, like my whole life, I didn't know about semen retention. I didn't know about how it can affect you and your aura and your personality, and how it affects how you associate yourself with others, and how you show people who you are and things like that, and just how the world views you, how you view yourself, your body, your health, things like that. So the main benefits that I found interesting about it are, number one, the aura. So like when you're practicing semen retention, you're healthier. It has so many biomolecular and biological benefits to your body, such as like you get better cells, you feed your cells more, you when you hold your semen, that starts to get reabsorbed back into your body and into your bloodstream, and whatever is in your bloodstream your cells eat, and that ultimately becomes your tissue. So your cells are living on a microscopic level inside your tissue, and they make up your organs. And so the more things you put in your blood, like your blood building, the better life you're going to have internally. And such as like fruits, sun, eating healthy, protein, all that stuff, working out, it's all really good for you on an energetic level. And so what it really does is it's breeding confidence, because when you have confidence, you can go after anything that you want. So if you have a goal, you won't really need motivation. It will kind of motivate, your own confidence will kind of motivate you, because before you're on SR, and I've noticed a lot of times we're like putting energy into other people, texting women, for doing all this stuff, but I'm bothering other people, looking outside. But when you're on this, you start to love yourself, because a lot of what I've noticed, a lot of males, we're not really taught on how to love ourselves, because we're designed partly by nature and also by society to be the protectors, the defenders, the workers, engineers, and we have to be basically society's shield. And what that basically means is, yeah, we can self-love, we can do things, but I personally believe there's a limit of how much we can do, because like girls can love themselves more than we can. Like, yeah, we can do facial masks, which is good, take care of yourself, and we can do all these things, but at the end of the day, we're gonna get fucked up if we're really being a true male, and we're truly living our purpose. I'm not saying, you know, stereotype of what a male is supposed to be and what you guys are supposed to be doing, but I'm just saying, like, naturally we're gonna be the protectors, and we're gonna be going through harder stuff. So that's why I don't like to be like a pretty boy and all that stuff, and just I don't know, it's just different. But we definitely need to take care of ourselves more than none, because we aren't born with just love. Like, the only reason you guys are watching my video is because I'm giving you value. You're not gonna like listen to me for no reason just because I'm a person. That's just how human nature is. People are only going to listen to you based off value you can provide, especially males. So like, women have inherited value. They have their body, whether they want that value or not. They have their body, their sexuality, their perceived sexuality. They have their beauty, all these things that makes people want to be nicer to them on a natural level. So we were in like a deep situation, they might get the upper hand because of them being a female. So you're really valuable to society based on your utility. I've noticed that based on your utility, that's what we can provide, what we can do, our skills. And also, the standard of masculinity is productivity and discipline. And what makes a male actual male is his mind. And yes, being physically capable is important too, but everything else that you guys think being a man is all birthed from here, really. Like, all that stuff you guys look up to, because I call it the little boy mentality. Like, little boys think guns are cool. Little boys think like, oh yeah, it's all about ego and coolness and being cool. It's not about like the higher, broader perspective and purpose of things. And a lot of males, even when they think they're males because they're older, they don't understand that, and they're older. And so like I said, productivity, masculinity, and feeding our mind. And semen retention really helps the mind because our brain is sitting in a pool of fluid. And I've actually heard, I don't know this completely, but apparently your semen gets absorbed into the body, and then it basically combines with that brain fluid going through the bloodstream, because your brain fluid, I'm guessing, I'm not a doctor or anything, I know some knowledge, but it's comprised of lots of different natural chemicals, enzymes, things like that, nutrients, bacteria, cells, and all that makes the fluid up. So the more we have, more blood we have, more energy we have, more liquid we have, the more we're going to actually see that in manifest in our body, because that's all you are. You're mostly 80 to 90% water. Like, you're mainly water. So the more water you get and the more nutrients you get, more protein, all that stuff, you become more of a human. Because a lot of people, they're dehydrated, you know, they're eating a lot of dry foods, and their body, every time you eat something dry, like we're eating a lot of chips and bread and all this stuff all the time, we can eat it sometimes, but it's like all the time, what happens is, every time you eat something dry without any moisture, your body, it excretes different types of glands to help your digestive system process it, because your body wettens the food to digest. So it's important to eat fruits, vegetables, like I said, protein, all that stuff, because then it helps the body rebuild these natural body fluids. And you need body fluids to, you know, obviously. But yeah, guys, SR, so some of the, if you guys believe in the spiritual benefits to SR, I've just noticed, like, people will just come up to you and talk to you. Obviously, you guys heard that other places. And I noticed people just touch you without permission sometimes, like, especially men don't really do it. Older men may, but women usually would do it. Like, if I was at the doctor, and then she was just talking to someone, one of these doctors, like joking around with them, and all of a sudden she just starts talking to me. I mean, not talking to me, but she just starts looking at me, and she just comes up to me and she's like laughing, isn't that funny? And she just starts like tapping my shoulder and going like this and stuff. And I know stuff like that happens because people are just like that, but I've had like multiple encounters of just things like this. I've had people like come up to me and talk to me, and no one's ever done that. I've had people like will touch my leg, just weird shit like that, man. Weird stuff like that. But a lot of people say like you'll get intimidation on SR with other males. Some men are, but most of the time they always just try to fearmonger. They're not really going to do anything. They're mainly going to be interested. And even the guys that they say like, oh, there's still men out there that are like just intimidated and go get angry. I'm like, no, they won't, because if you have more sperm than them and you have more semen, why would they have the balls to come up to you and be mad? It just is common sense. Like, if you see someone stronger, I don't care who you are, you're like, oh, I don't care how strong you are. Until he's in front of you. So and if you're protecting your family, that's another thing. You shouldn't care. But if it's like on your, like, you're gonna care to some level, logically. Because if you're logical, you're going to care, because you're gonna care about the circumstance you're in, what he's capable of, shit like that, what you're capable of. And it's all, and like I said again, all that stems from confidence, because everybody's around people all the time, and we're always indulging with other people, relationships, that we don't get time to ourselves to build up our own confidence, who we are. That's why you see a lot of people wear the same clothes, talk the same, do the same things, because everybody's just following other people. And then because they follow people, they literally truly believe that's their personality, because like, oh yeah, I've always listened to this, but so has everybody else is so happened to always have done the same thing and wear the same shirt. So I always found that interesting. But the main reason I'm doing this, guys, is because I'm working on my finances. I didn't really grow up with a job mentality, because I have a lot of entrepreneurs in my family. My father was an entrepreneur on his side, and I had one entrepreneur on like my mother's side, but I had a lot of entrepreneurs on my dad's side. And I just genuinely believe jobs are just a stepping stone to get to where you want to be. Because if you're working a job, and there's nothing wrong with working a job, but your whole purpose there should be you genuinely love working there, and you like the environment, you like the people, you like what you do, your passion, that's fine. But if you're not, then your whole goal in the short term and long term should be to get enough cash and to be investing 30 to 40% of your income left over after paying your bills, your rent, your remaining cash. Percentage of that should be investing. And the reason why you're not making more is you're either spending it on stuff you want, which is fine, or you don't have enough, you're not making enough, or it could just be that you don't know how to save and invest, because you do have some amount of cash, whether you believe it or not, because you buy stuff for yourself, and if you don't, that's different, because some people don't buy anything at all. But a lot of people, the problem is they're not investing a percentage of their paychecks. That's the real problem. Because if we were investing a percentage of our paychecks all the time, we would be compounding interest. We would be compounding things. And not only investing actual money, you need to be investing your time. So there's nothing wrong watching TV and just doing what you like to do, because you worked all day, right? You want to come home, play your game, hang out with family. But there needs to be some time where you can dedicate an hour or two to your skill or craft, right? You need at least time to develop your skill or craft. So that's why I feel like every night, make a passions list every night. Sorry, that's the Batman music. Every night, make a passions list. Or not make every night, but just make a list called passion/interest, and write everything you're genuinely passionate about. So things meaning like things that actually make you happy and that you enjoy genuinely doing. Like you feel calm doing it, or you just like to do it. It makes you laugh, it makes you happy. Write down those things, whether if it's watching anime, whether if it's racing cars, clothes shopping, fashion, maybe you like watching a certain show, maybe you're passionate about sneakers, or maybe you're passionate about technology, robots, engineering, anything. Make a list of, and it could be more than one, make a list of all of it. And every night, I want you to either focus on one thing from that list every night, or what you can do is you can do like I do also, and do 20 minutes of each thing. So if you have like, maybe your passions like mine, I like anime, I like herbalism, and I like also bodybuilding, fighting, things like that. So I can write those down, and I can spend 20 minutes on each. That way, at nighttime, you're not depressed, because you're actively challenging your mind. I mean, not challenge, but you're actively learning new things. So you won't be as depressed, because you're learning new skills. You're learning new skills, and when you learn new skills, you become more confident, because you're growing as a mind. And a lot of men, we have this instinct where we get pleased with accomplishment and productivity. So the more you do and the more you're accomplishing, the more you're gonna please yourself. And you're gonna start feeling your testosterone develop, and then you're gonna notice, like, I've never had this side of me. I always thought of myself as like a goofball. So when you're alone and you're focused, you ever feel that way? You're focused, you start feeling like, I'm not this masculine. I'm usually not this masculine. And you start to feel more of yourself. And that's a good thing. And then that's when people, like girls and guys, they're gonna try to distract you and bother you, call you, maybe your little sister, which is fine. But the most important thing, guys, is if you really want to get more income and you want to be at a certain place, you need fuel to do that. So I would say SR, and you can get this app called Brain Buddy. Brain Buddy is a semen retention tracking app that also has a community on the app. So there are other people on your team, so-called, and in this team, there are other people practicing semen retention utilizing the app, just like you are. So, what's it called? Sorry. So download the app Brain Buddy, and put some shit in, and then it's gonna start tracking your days, so you don't have to track it for you. And if you don't want to track your days, it's fine, but it's really good. It feels like it's like passive income. It'll make you feel, having the app on your phone to track it, just trust me, do it. And there's a community on there, there's forums, and then there's a team leaderboard of all the guys, whoever has the highest amount of retention. It's all that stuff if you're interested in that. But they have a lot of features on there. And semen retention, it really is passive income. It's leverage, because if you want to get rich, you need leverage, because the rich people, or rich just means you have a lot of cash. Wealthy means you have investments, you have good health, you have good relationships. It just means everything's going right. So if you want to be rich and just have cash so you can birth wealth, then the best thing to do, like I said, is consuming this passive income, because it's free energy. Sperm is free for us. We naturally make it. So the best thing you can do is passively accumulate that, because no one else is doing it, and then just do everything no one else is doing. Because look at leverage as an advantage. Most people, like I said, when they go to the job and they work, their body is their leverage. Their body is their I mean, not really their leverage, but they're only gonna make as much as they put in physically. But rich people and wealthy people build systems, because if you want to get rich, you need systems that produce cash for you, whether those systems are your employees and having your own business, or having your own business without employees, or having a side hustle. Because in reality, if you want more income than working another job, you're going to have some sort of side hustle or business. And to make things dumber, to dumb it down, You need to become sellers, because rich people, like I said, are people that have a lot of cash. And the first step to getting wealthy is getting rich and having a lot of cash so you can invest. And so if you want to get rich, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to sell, because rich people are sellers. They have businesses. There may be a rapper sells its music, sells its music, goes to a stadium, does concerts. Rappers sell. They're selling something. And in their music, the more music they make and produce, they're creating something that people consume. So if you want to get money, you have to have a skill or spend time developing skills. And if what you can do is start off with the skills you already were born with that you may not realize that you have, and then focus on two, like I do. Focus on two skills you're most confident in, developing that, monetizing it on social media, making a digital or physical product, blah, blah. And if you don't know what to sell, don't do it at all. Just go on social media, start talking about what you're passionate about, and giving value in your video. And the more value you give in the video, the more people are going to want to listen to you more, and that's going to make your channel blah blah, and then they're going to trust you and all this stuff. But yeah, guys, I know I kind of got off topic, but I'm going to end the video here because it's kind of long. But yeah, guys, basically practice SR. It's good for you. It opens your third eye. It's good for your body, your organs, your face, your hair, your skin, like I said. And yeah, peace.